Hello everyone, and welcome back. Looking at today's weather here, you'd think spring was here to stay. It made it up to almost 60 degrees today. All the snow now is melted out of the garden area. Makes you want to get in there and do some work. But 4 days from now, they're predicting 12 inches of snow, at least 12 inches of snow. And the day before, or the night before, about 3, and the day after another 1. It keeps changing back and forth, but the more and more, the closer that we get here, the more and more it looks like we're going to get dumped on with snow. My dad has been out here continually working on his winter workshop projects. He got this table complete. I'm not sure how much I've shown of this on this channel. I've posted pictures of it on the Joe and Zach Survival Facebook. I've had it in some of the videos on Melissa and I's YouTube channel. But anyway, this one here, which will go inside the cabin, he's got this one done. It's got a little table that pulls out, so in the morning he said it's real hard on the one he has now to reach back and set his coffee cup. So now he can just pull that out, set it on there. When he's done, pop it back in. This table back here was one that he was working on prior to going into the hospital in December. And this one wasn't completely finished either, but I think he just had varnish to put on this one, so you might have already saw this. But anyway, this one is done too. This right here is the latest project he's been working on. This one is actually going to go on the porch of the cabin. It's a cabinet for his barbecue stuff, charcoal, lighter fluid, things like that. I'm not really sure. I've heard him tell me a bunch of different ideas of how it was going to work. But like usual, until you get into building something like this, you never know how it's going to turn out, so I don't know. At first the front was going to open. He talked about the top opening. So I don't know, I'm not real sure. I'll have to wait and see how it turns out in the end. If you guys watch Zachary and Samantha's YouTube channel, which is called Exploring Life, I'll put the link to it in the description. You know that, well, first of all, you know that my daughter Emily and Jason just had my second grandchild, Bridget. Well, Zachary and Samantha now are going to have my third grandchild coming up here. The due date is September 24th, which is my daughter Sarah's birthday, and 2 days after duck hunting starts. We definitely have to discuss that. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be a grandpa again, so that means the one crib that I built a couple of years ago, which is in use, now I have to build another one. And I'm going to actually start on that coming up here within the next month, because it'll take me probably a month to build it. And I'm going to do pretty much the same design. But instead of using the wild black cherry that I used on that one, they want me to do one made out of the aromatic cedar, or the red cedar, the same stuff that my dad does all of these projects with. Those boards right here, they're rough cut, and they are sitting back here behind the workshop. And so they'll be running through the planer and everything, and eventually I'll make them into a beautiful crib. So if you guys want to run over and see that video where they announce it, it'll be the video that has, this is the picture that they used for like the main picture of the video. I keep getting the question on Joe and Zach Survival Facebook, on the Northern Seclusion channel, Joe and Zach Survival channel. I keep getting the question, when am I going up to the tent next? And this year is just like every other year. I did the winter trip, and then I go up for opening fishing. And if it's possible, sometimes I'll sneak in one time before that. Right now there's still a lot of snow up there. There's a couple of feet on the ground. Actually, I have to get a hold of George. He's been going up to his place, and kind of gives an update on how the snow and everything is doing up there. They are having warmer temperatures right now also, but even from here to the farmhouse that Melissa and I have, which is not quite halfway to the tent, there's still more snow there than there is here. So like we're in a growing zone 4 here, where that house is we're in 3, and by the time you get to the tent we're in 2. So it's definitely colder up there. So anyway, my dad's talking about maybe end of April, he might try to sneak in up there, and if he does, maybe I'll get up there too. But otherwise, right now, the next scheduled one is that second week in May. I know a lot of you have been watching the Argo restoration project going on Joe and Zach Survival. That's been a real fun project to watch. And that's getting closer to being done here, but things keep coming up and we just want to get everything fixed before before we bring it up there. Just if something's wrong with it, let's get it done. So we're continuing on that project. One thing I want to do this year, I want to bring a couple of things back to basics. So once the snow disappears here and plants start to pop up, I want to do a few wild edibles. I get questions on that sometimes. Why don't I do more wild edibles? I've done so many wild edibles, you can only do them so many times. But there is a few plants that I haven't done that I want to do, and one of them grows right here. It's actually something that you guys, a lot of people have right in their yards, and so now it's kind of a domesticated plant, but it used to be a wild, and it's very edible. As soon as this snow goes, and right there it's starting to pop up. There's a bunch of them right here. That's going to be my first wild edibles video that I've done in quite a while. Once opening fishing starts, there'll be a lot more trips to the tent like usual. So between Joe and Zach Survival and the tent and the wild edibles and all the stuff that goes on during the year on that channel, and the Northern Seclusion channel with the farmhouse and that restoration, and now all the stuff to do on that acreage this year, and then the Exploring Life channel with Zachary and Samantha, you guys have plenty of videos that are coming up. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. I was really hoping we wouldn't have to use the shovels anymore, the snow blowers anymore. I don't even want to push snow with the Farmall M tractor anymore. I was really hoping for spring, but it looks like we're going to get hit one more time. I'm ready to start riding the lawnmower instead. I will see you guys on the next video.